It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Bulls out in Chicago. For Chicago, it hasn't been the start to the season they'd envisioned. 1-7. The pressure's on. A lot riding on the shoulders of Miles Turner. We'll see him in action tonight. Shaq, do you think the young fella's ready to help carry this team?
You know, he's still developing physically, has a consistent motor, but his game is still a little uneven.
He's a new breed of center, though. He can block shots and space the floor. So potential impact player for sure.
Well put. And now we send you over to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. The Bulls are enjoying this break from the road. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Smitty, we're going to watch some exceptional forward play tonight. Makes me think of some of the great front courts in the history of this terrific league.
Yeah, you had Bird, Parrish, Kevin McHale, Duncan, Robinson, Kareem, and Worthy. I also throw in Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley. They were a tough matchup. When you have two guys that play the 4-5 and play well off each other, they can be a nightmare.
That time, that part of the league, they were terrific.
So true.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner inside. Brogdon out there with Oladipo. And it's Warren in at the 3 spot. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's a call. It's on Indiana with the foul.
You look at Lauri Markkanen. He's a 7-foot fluid basketball player. Most European players not known for their athleticism, but his mobility is pretty good for a player his size.
First one falls for him. And Markkanen, still young, he'll look to add strength as his career continues.
And if he does, Kevin, his future is probably at the center position. It's not about bulk. You got to be strong to weather that physicality inside.
He hits both from the stripe.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
To the paint. Oladipo, good.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for Chicago. He kicks it to Markkanen. Carter outside. Over to the left wing. Here's White. It's rebounded by Indiana. It's Oladipo on the wing. First quarter, just over a minute played. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
And it's Carter missing. The Pacers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Levine against Oladipo. Fades back. Off the left rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Outside White. The high post shot. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. And the Bulls with another miss. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Jim Boylan. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
Thank you, David. So their focus is squarely on the opponent today, in particular that defense they have to contend with.
And I just wonder if they'll try to solve the problems this defense poses by keeping the tempo quick, trying to strike early in the shot clock.
You know, I think a more patient approach would be smart. Concentrate on shot selection and ball movement rather than tempo.
And here's White following T.J. Warren's three. Back to White. It's tipped. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now, here's Sabonis to the inside. Levine against Oladipo. Levine passes to White. Here's Oladipo. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Oladipo's got 6. Bulls trail by 5. Down low. Here's Carter. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Oladipo taking his time here. Warren kicks to Sabonis. Shoots over Markkanen. Sabonis, no good.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence. Everybody talked about that huge Jimmy Butler trade last year. Some people criticized the Bulls' return in the deal, but the team seems happy with what they got.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Saransky's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's done in for White. Now here's McDermott. A minute 50 left to play in the first quarter. And Holiday kicks to McDermott. Just 5 to shoot. Over Young. McDermott can't get it to go. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Valentine. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
On the wing, Lamb looking to end the run. And the shot goes in.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Young outside. There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. Carter, the pass to Valentine. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Denzel Valentine, another tough, high IQ player, Greg, out of Michigan State.
Yeah, 4-year player for the Spartans. He knows how to play the game of basketball and has the versatility to impact the game in a variety of ways.
Brewer is checked in for Miles Turner.
Great college pedigree for Denzel Valentine. 4 years at Michigan State University, my alma mater. A hometown kid from Lansing. His father was a Spartan, and Denzel honored to wear his father's number, 45.
Now here's Lamb. Can't hit from the elbow.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Young outside. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Done against Holiday. Got a piece of it. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Great defense by Chris Dunn. Makes the shot difficult without fouling.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Bulls ending the first quarter on a 14-4 run. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Looking at what we've seen for the Bulls, what do you guys think?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
The play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
And here are the Bulls now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
They just simply blew it. Hopefully that won't occur ever again now that they have that bad taste in their mouth.
On the court for Indiana, they've got Brewer. ABC is out there with McDermott. There's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Holiday in at point guard. And in the early part of the season, Steve, teams are usually at their healthiest. How do you maintain that healthy factor throughout the long season?
You know, I love what these organizations are doing, and also players individually. They're getting their rest. They're having the individual trainers on the side. Nutrition has played a huge role right now. And I think for a lot of the younger guys, you can't be afraid to ask the veteran what he's doing. And I think that's what a lot of the veterans right now are taking these young guys under their wing and not only teaching them level on the court, but how to maintain their bodies throughout the season.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Chicago. Holiday against Dunn. ABC passes to Lamb. And that one drops. Lamb's got his second bucket of the night.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
The shot by Satoransky, no good.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
And the shot goes in. Holiday's got his first points in this one.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Dunn looking over the floor. Passes it to Satoransky. Young with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 4. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
And a chance to check out the stats for Valentine. Last season's performance for him put up about 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And I think he can play even better. I mean, sometimes it's tough to get into a rhythm with limited minutes, but he has got to find a way.
That's the thing. You don't get to pick your minutes. You have to make the most of what you get.
Pacers trail by 4. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
Some changes for Chicago. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. And it's Whiten for Chris Dunn. Indiana also making some changes. Turner's checked in for ABC. Warren comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Jeremy Lamb. Now, here is Young. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the pass to Levine. Ball's knocked loose. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The game now all time.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. He has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man.
Here's Porter. Warren knocks it away. It's Brogdon on the wing. White covering. Oladipo against Levine. Can they get it? That shot off. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. So they take the lead. Timeout. Warren's got 5 now.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Third is Miles Turner.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Chicago trailing here. And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it. And while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was the second overall pick.
Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Up top, Brogdon. White covering, 6 to shoot. Here's Turner. That 3 off the mark. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. to stop the run. The layup good by Porter. Porter's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Brogdon finds Turner. It's Oladipo on the wing. Markkanen pulls it in.
Ooh, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
Outside, White. 1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. Kick out to Levine. Over Oladipo. Levine can't hit.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Warren against Porter. Left side, Warren. 2 points. That one goes. Warren's got 4 points in the quarter.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
And it's White missing.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Now here's Porter. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Denver.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Here's Oladipo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. Warren, good. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Satoransky. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
That's nice patience by Zach LaVine, finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bulls lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What can you say? T.J. Warren, a very impressive effort here today.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Bulls. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Levine is out there with White. And it's Porter at the small forward. Here's Turner. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Turner's got his first bucket of the night. Smitty, looking back in your career, what's the most pressure you've felt in a game?
You know, I think the most pressure, you love to be in those games. I think that's when you strive. I think the most pressure I ever felt, and it wasn't a playoff game, Kevin, or a championship game. It was that very first game as a rookie, because that game you had nothing to compare to, and it was everything you dreamed about. And that first game, you were finally saying, for me, I couldn't get it out of my head, this is my first NBA game. So I think that was the most pressure game I've ever played in.
Levine kicks to Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. Levine against Oladipo. It's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Indiana trailing here. Here's Brogdon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Over in the corner, Warren. 6 on the shot clock. That's tipped. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Shot on the wing. It's Chicago with another bucket.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Pacers trail by 3. Brogdon kicks to Turner. Levine against Oladipo. Six to shoot. Porter with the steal. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Porter's got 7 points.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Brogdon against Markkanen. Here's Warren and White with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And the transition D right now, just non-existent.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
And Lauri Markkanen, a 7-footer who can really let it fly. At Arizona, the most 3-pointers ever by a 7-footer in a single season.
And the Pacers call time here. And Markkanen also setting records for 3-pointers made by a rookie grade.
A quick release, the ball comes off his hands so effortlessly. He's more than a stretch big as well. I think he's a shooter who just happens to be 7 feet tall.
Check in for Zach LaVine. The Pacers also changing it up. Corey Brewer's checked in for T.J. Warren. And it's Lamb in there for Victor Oladipo. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Ball's knocked loose. Brogdon the pass to Turner. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
No, he didn't. Did he just break out the finger roll? That's nice.
Chicago leading by 5. Dunn kicks to White. Offline with his 3. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. No one covering. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Dunn. Outside, White. Back to Dunn. Shoots over Brogdon, and it's Chicago scoring again.
His bread and butter is the mid-range area. Chris Dunn carves out a solid look for himself.
Brogdon finds Lamb. Shot clock at 6. And here's White. He has 7. Out to the wing. Pass to Markkanen. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Lamb. White covering. And here's Brogdon from the arc. And Indiana, another 3.
When he gets it going from out there, look out.
Chicago's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Steve, I know in calling your games, you were known to be such a smooth athlete. You were graceful, with great elan on the floor. Who are some of the smoothest players that you watched today?
I think Kevin Durant, his game, it just doesn't seem like you can speed him up. He plays at his pace, which is an unbelievable pace. I look at even a guy who doesn't dribble as much, Klay Thompson does the same routine coming off screens. You can't really speed him up. I love the way Chris Paul is one of those guys. He's graceful and smooth. Those are some of the guys that stick out for me.
It looks effortless, doesn't it?
Yes.
Changes for Chicago. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Now, here is Young. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Satoransky gets the bucket.
Leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Holiday dishes to Lamb. Back to Holiday. Kicks it to Lamb. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A rebound by Young. Chicago leading by 5. Dunn passes to Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Young's got his first 2 points of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's McDermott. The shot from the low post is good.
Let's not forget, at 6'8", Doug McDermott has the ability to be a scoring threat inside the paint.
Here's Dunn. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Dunn's got 4 this quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Brewer kicks to Lamb. To the paint, here's ABC. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Dunn outside. Here's Valentine. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls out front. They lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Pacers trail by 5. On the court for Indiana, Doug McDermott is out there with Warren. Then there's Victor Oladipo, and it's ABC, and it's Holiday, and at the point, Warren, good.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
I'm so surprised in a game this close. I know it's easy to criticize, but the defense has to be better in the fourth.
Here's Levine, following the basket by T.J. Warren. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Outside, Levine. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Count it. And that's 13 points for T.J. Warren.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now, here's Valentine. He kicks it to Levine. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Bulls making a switch here. Porter's checked in, and the Pacers also making a change. Turner's checked in. Carter hits them both. And so Holiday will bring it up for Indiana. They trail by 3. Pass to Oladipo. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Outside Warren. Over Levine. Nice D from Levine. Chicago leading by 3. He dishes it to Young. Back to Levine. The pass to Satoransky. Over Oladipo. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Man, both teams scoring at a higher rate here down the stretch.
You know what? It's all about the offense. Decisive and prolific. Fun duel to watch.
Now here is Holiday. Over Porter. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Out to Carter. Bulls moving the ball around. Levine with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Top of the key. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Warren.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
You can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Otto Porter Jr.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. He told them, hey guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Now here's Levine. They get a hand on it.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
Out to Turner. Pass to Sabonis. Back to Warren. Clock at 6. Shoots over Markkanen, and the Pacers tack on 2 more. Here's Levine. Pass to Markkanen. Carter against Turner. Outside Porter. Outside Levine. It's over Brogdon. And he overshot that one, missing.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
Oladipo outside to take the lead. And the foul on Miles Turner. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chicago leading. White up top. He's guarded by Brogdon. White the pass to Porter. Six on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Good on the three-point shot. And that's now 7 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Not only can you count on Markkanen to give you points, he can do it when it matters most.
Oladipo against Levine. Oladipo misses. The Bulls leading by 4. Inside. Got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Sabonis.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
Indiana on D. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter.
If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Oladipo against Levine. Sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
High percentage play. Working the ball in close, then the nice move to convert.
And White kicks to Carter. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Markkanen against Sabonis.
I I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Passes it to Warren. Over Porter. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Chicago with the ball. And he commits the intentional foul.
Two shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here's Brogdon from the arc.
Marketing with the nice block shot. His size has been a factor in this game.
Oladipo for 3. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. Chicago calls timeout. They're leading by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. So the big win by Chicago in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.